You want to main Elliot, but you're not sure how to use him, or you just need some help. Well, today I will be helping you with exactly that. Elliot is one of the only two healers in the game at the moment, and in my opinion, he is the best healer we currently have. Elliot is very easy to use, so this guide won't be too complicated. First, let's go over his two abilities. His first ability is called Pizza Throw, and this is how he heals other players. Using this ability launches a pizza slice in the air, and if the survivor grabs it, they get healed 35 HP. If the pizza slice isn't picked up within 25 seconds, it despawns, and if you launch a pizza slice close enough to a survivor, the pizza gets highlighted to them for a few seconds. The heal the pizza gives can be decreased or increased based on a few things. For every Elliot that is in your game, your healing gets decreased by 15%, and this has a cap at 80%. Elliot also has a passive called Order Up, and what this does is every time a generator gets completed, your healing gets increased by 5%. This also has a cap at 25%. So the max Elliot's heal can get decreased is by 80%, and the max his heal can increase is by 25%. His second ability is called Rush Hour. When you use Rush Hour, you get speed 3 for 3 seconds. Basically, it's a speed boost, but it has a few other mechanics that do need to be mentioned. In order to use Rush Hour, you must have a charge ready. You get these charges from healing other players with your pizza, and you can't have more than one charge at a time. You also spawn in with one charge when the match starts, and Rush Hour has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Elliot's second passive is called Deliverer's Resolve, and basically when a survivor gets damaged, they get highlighted to you for 4 seconds. Elliot has 80 health, 100 stamina, and a sprinting speed of 24, and he loses 10 stamina per second, but gains 20 stamina per second. Now that I have explained this kit, I'm going to give you guys some overall tips and tricks on how to play him. Alright, first off, I think Elliot is a heal and run type of character. For example, if you see somebody get hit, you just run to them, you heal them, and then you run back, you run away. If you're not healing or your heal is on cooldown, I really think you need to be doing the objective just so you can get stacks for your Order Up passive, which is a major boost for your healing. Like, objectives need to be on your top priority aside from healing your team obviously, and if you fully max Order Up, you will be healing a ton, so you really need to focus on objectives if you're not healing or you're not being chased. And obviously, since you are a healer, expect to be targeted. Healers or support in general tend to get targeted, and especially in this game, Elliot is super strong, so you will be targeted at times heavily. So yeah, you will also be heavily targeted if the slasher sees you heal or you have max stacks on Order Up. So this is where Rush Hour comes into play. Rush Hour is a huge save if you have it ready, and for me, whenever I play Elliot, I mostly use it to run towards my team if I have stunners so they can save me. Also, please manage your stamina well because your survival as Elliot heavily depends on both Rush Hour and how you manage your stamina. So if you misuse one or both of these abilities, it can easily make a game over for you and you're just done. So I would just manage your stamina well. What works for me most of the time is whenever the slasher is sprinting towards me, I sprint. When they stop, I stop. As soon as they stop, I stop. And then sometimes when they're like super close to me, I kind of like turn around or try to juke them a bit and regain stamina so I can run. Elliot is really dependent on your team saving you if you're not good at stamina. He can kind of stall the slasher for a while if you're really good at stamina and chases. So yeah, just be aware. You will heavily rely on stamina as Elliot. A cool little trick I like to do is kind of aim my heal to survivors and chase. Let me explain. So you know how the pizza slices kind of just get launched into the air whenever you use them? I try to aim the pizza slices at the survivor being chased to try to heal them without the survivor having to go back and forth or the slasher camping the slice as an advantage. I'll play a clip of what I mean right now in case you are kind of confused on what I mean. That's what I mean by trying to aim your heals, and I think it's a neat little trick, and at times it can be really useful for both you and the survivor being chased, as they can just keep on running without having to go back to the heal or without having to worry about dying trying to get the heal. Another thing I tend to do with Elliot is I choose who to heal specifically, and what I mean by this is if multiple survivors are hurt or damaged, I prioritize people who are either stunners or who are people that get chased and stall for a long time. I honestly feel like doing this will make your team last longer and play a huge role deciding if your team wins or not. This also kind of depends if your lobby is trash or not, so keep that in mind obviously. If you're playing with a friend and want to go Elliot together, I would honestly recommend it. I feel like 2 Elliot should be the max whenever you're playing in private or public lobbies, as the 15% healing decrease can be a pain, but with 2 Elliots, it's not that big of a deal, and having 2 healers is always nice, especially in Forsaken, as Elliots in this game, they are kind of powerful and they do often get hit and damaged, so having 2 healers being able to heal each other is really nice and good to have, obviously. I'll show you guys a round of gameplay to show you guys like what I do as Elliot, and keep in mind, whenever somebody gets damaged, I heal them and then I go straight back to the generators and I kind of just stay out of danger. And I keep repeating, heal, go back to the generators, heal, go back to the generators, because you have to stack the passive that increases your heal, and then you just heal, hide, boom. That's basically all there is to Elliot. Anyway, enough yapping, here's the gameplay. So yeah, in conclusion, Elliot is a really solid survivor and the strongest healer we have in game right now. but he is kind of easy to kill or easy to die as if you don't manage your stamina well. So again, keep that in mind. I hope this guide was useful, and I hope the little pizza slice aiming trick you will use, maybe. I myself am not that good at it, so I'm still trying to improve at that. But I have landed multiple like aiming pizza slices, and it really always works out in the end, as it saves time for both me and the survivor being chased, and it makes them last pretty longer. So yeah, that's pretty much it to the Elliot guide. Let me know how I did, and let me know what you think of Elliot in the comments. This was also my very first guide for Forsaken, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know which character you want a guide for next. Would you want a slasher guide, another survivor guide, or just a guide in general? Anyway, thank you for watching, and see ya.